part two of our discussion with former CEO of Aphria, Vic Neufeld, on the Dales Report.
You're tight for time, but I got to ask you a couple more questions before you go. Talk to me about the current Canadian cannabis landscape and how it's being played out. And it appears the US cannabis landscape is ready to take off as we gear up for a US election. So I guess we'll start first with the Canadian landscape. What's your thoughts on the way everything's kind of, falling into place, or what's not potentially not falling into place?
Well, I should have expected this sort of question, Chad. You're a good probing interviewer. Let me tell you, in my opinion, the cannabis sector in Canada is at a crossroads. I say so because the next 6, 9, maybe 12 months, you're going to see further separation between the strong and the weak, the winners and the losers. And more on a micro basis, again, just for your viewers, strength of balance sheet is going to be very, very important. It has been for many years, but the difficulty of raising funds, so you better have a war chest. But also sticking to the balance sheet, the inventory levels, are they growing? Are they aging? Are they saleable? What is the IFRS cost basis versus real cost basis on your balance sheet? So investors really need to look at not just the income statement and EBITDA, adjusted EBITDA, but the balance sheet. And then you have to also look at cultivation. Is it the right balance? How big are they or how small are they? You've read recently, again, another major greenhouse grower that has ventured with, I believe, Canopy Rivers. Huge greenhouse, brand new facility on just north of Leamington, and there's a lot of disruption, dismay, and situational issues there. So you have to understand: is that cultivator capable of growing the yield, the quality necessary? And finally, and this is very important, it's something that I really played a big role in when we started to develop the Rec brand, but it's the brands. Yeah. And I can speak very highly and
which the U.S. has it
of Riff, Broken Coast, Soleil. They are brands that have been established and having solid traction. Talk to any retailer, especially in Ontario. The Aphria brands are the ones that are really just rolling off the shelf.
Yeah, makes sense. But when you say branding, what a huge advantage, obviously, the U.S. side has right now. And, who knows where this whole industry is going to be headed. Obviously, there's a lot of people very excited with how this whole industry and especially sector in the U.S. is going to perform over the next 12 months. The Curaleafs, the Trulies of the world look to appear that they're going to capitalize. Just how big can that industry get south of the border?
It's huge. It's huge. CBD will be the first rollout, I think, regardless of who wins the November elections. It's gaining more common traction with the layperson and with Washington, and it's got a lot of medical components in terms of treatment.
Makes sense.
THC, on the other hand, will take some more time. So I believe in the U.S. it could have a two-step process, very similar to Canada, where medical first, followed by a few years of understanding and then re-engineering before they bring in THC from a recreational perspective. But it could be a huge opportunity in the U.S. And that's why you saw the big five MSOs that are on the CSE. They had a tremendous run. Recently, though, they're giving away some of the gained ground from a share price perspective. I think there's enough concern on who's going to win the election, and it's a tough one to call. But
we won't get into that.
No. I don't know where you stand. I tell you, my wife and I, and most of my friends, albeit we're Canadians, we have our positions in cement. Anyways, so there's about 4 or 5 major MSOs. I personally made an investment in a few of them.
Yeah.
Thank God I made it early enough, so I'm still above water. But there's a lot of gains that have been given back. And
Who impresses you, if you don't mind me
Pardon?
asking? Who impresses you as far as MSOs in the U.S.?
Well, first of all, I'm a huge fan of LHS of Liberty. Having created it and then being forced to walk away and divesting of it. But Cresco. And I say Cresco because they've got a huge footprint in many, many states, solid management team, good vision. As MSOs goes, fairly well capitalized. They don't have to spend stupid money to get the next round of financing done. So yeah, GTI is another one. Again, this is all based on management. Are they committed? Are they doing the right things? Or are they playing in the wild, wild west of 5 years ago? So there's a couple of those, but that market, Chad, is explosive.
Yeah. Well, Cureleaf and Trulieve, like their last quarters around 150 and 120 million. And we're just getting started.
Just getting started.
Right. So listen, appreciate your time. Always great speaking with you. Great to see you're back. And
well, I've been around. It's just R&R and trying to recharge my battery. 5 years at the helm as CEO of a licensed producer. It's a tough journey. It's I don't miss the 11 p.m. board phone calls, traveling the world. It's a 7-day-a-week job. No, I'm absolutely enjoying what I'm doing. Haven Life is, again, a great opportunity where I can apply my gray matter, my experience on strategy, on going to market without any heavy lifting. So I'm happy.
Good for you. Great speaking with you. Let's keep in touch, okay?
Absolutely, Shad.
All right, thanks, Vic.